what was quite an epic night last night in the Raj Cup. Can you give us your reflections and the reflections of the team of that second ODI?
Yeah, obviously amazing to get the win and to level the series. We've arrived here in Indore. Really excited for the decider in a few days' time. But there's a chance to have a couple of days training before the next one, and to reflect on what we've done well in these last two games to give ourselves the best chance in the decider.
Any win in India is a great effort, particularly if you look back at the history, and also if you look at this team with relatively new faces. I guess what were the bits that were most satisfying from the team point of view about how you were able to get past India last night?
Yeah, you're right. There's a few new faces in this group. Obviously, Dean Lennan made his debut last game, and Christian Clark, obviously just 2 games in, both had massive impacts with the ball in the field. Restricted them to 285, which was in the end a great effort. I suppose from a batting point of view, we've made 300 in the first game and now chased down 285. So we're steaming along nicely with the bat in hand, and things are looking good for the last game, both bat and ball wise.
Yeah, if we can talk to you specifically about that 162-run partnership with Daryl Mitchell. He commented in the video he really enjoys batting with you. What's he like to bat with as a partner?
Yeah, I love batting with Daryl as well. He's a competitor. He's always right up for it. And I suppose both as right-handers, we face certain or similar challenges, and it's nice to have someone like Daryl in the middle to talk to about different options and be clear on that. But also his grittiness and his will to win, I guess, just sort of rubs off on you. And we're both right up for it together, and to have that partnership and having an impact on the game was really cool.
Yeah, obviously that partnership really was when the game was in the balance. They had a bit of pressure on at the start. How much, I guess, the fact that you both are pretty experienced, were you able to kind of soak up that pressure? Because we've seen India sort of squeeze teams in the past in those various situations. Yeah,
absolutely, and also the power play, especially with the new ball. The Indian seamers were on fire, and it was tricky, and Dev and Henry at the top soaked up a bit of that pressure too, and then Daryl and I managed to get through that and then attack their spinners a little bit, which in India you think is the main challenge, but we saw it as an opportunity to throw a counter punch, and we did that, and managed to do enough in that partnership to impact the game and swing it our way.
It was a record run chase for the Black Caps in India. The partnership was a record as well. How satisfying is that as a player to do it here in India, and what's regarded as one of the tougher challenges in the cricket circuit as a player to, I guess, be able to test yourself against the best in those environments and do a pretty good job?
Yeah, absolutely. As history says, the Black Caps, I don't think, have won an ODI series in India. So there's that carrot at the end, which we're all hoping to have a bite of at the end. But yeah, there's many a team that have come here in the past and have struggled in Indian conditions. But I suppose as the years have gone on and different players in this group have come and experienced India and in different formats of the game and at different times of the year, and they've been to some of these grounds before, you start to share that IP around, and yeah, like we're all in it together, we're communicating well as a group and sort of learning off each other as we go. But it's awesome to see that communication and that backing of each other turn out to a win yesterday, and hopefully another win in a couple of days' time.
And just quickly, from a batting point of view, obviously you're the player of the series and the Test series last year. Obviously a different format, but for you or for Will Young, what are the keys to batting in India? Obviously it can be very different in the conditions, but is there anything you think about in particular when you come over here that can lead to success?
I think when I first came over with A tours and things like that, a lot of it was around survival and hoping that if I hang in there long enough, the runs will come. And it does get easier, but at the same time, I think the one thing I've learned is to know what options you've got to score and to put a bit of pressure back on them. And I think I'm starting to become more clear with that, and the results are starting to show.
Absolutely. And just to follow up quickly on Daryl Mitchell, fastest Black Cap 2,500 runs. What is it that makes him so effective, do you think, in one-day cricket, or just batting in general, because of his last sort of 6, 12, 18 months, 3 years has been pretty damn impressive?
It's incredible, and the run of form that he's on at the moment, especially in ODI cricket, is outstanding. I think Daryl, as I said before, he's such a competitor. He's so gritty, and he just knows his own options so well, and he's so clear on that I think he sees it an opening and goes for it and backs himself to the hills to execute. It's amazing, and from a Black Caps point of view, long may it continue.
Just finally, Game 3 on Sunday, an extra day in between the game compared to the other games. I guess, you mentioned Carrot, no Black Caps team has ever won an ODI series over here. They were great history in the tests. I guess India will come out pretty hard as well. They won't want to be giving that up easy. So I guess how big an occasion is the third game sort of looming?
Well, I suppose there's always the want to win, and there's always context around that. For Black Caps side to have never won a series over here is certainly something that inspires the group. But I think what this group has done so well, not just in this series, but over a period of time now, is they compete no matter what's at stake. Ball by ball, having each other's back, doing the little things right, and as a collective over a period of time, over a day's cricket, one day cricket in India, hopefully that'll be enough to get us in a position to win, and then from there get ourselves over the line.
Just thought of one final question. Dean Lennan, a guy that you know pretty well from CV, was chatted about yesterday. He came on when the team was right under the pump, and he looked really calm. I guess you're surprised about how he went, and what can you tell us about him as well?
Yes, obviously such an exciting time for Leno to make his debut yesterday, and you did right. We were under pressure after 9 overs, and the skip gave him the ball, the last over of the power play, and as soon as he came on, he knew exactly what field he wanted to bowl to. He was calm. He looked exactly the same as he's been playing so well in domestic cricket at home for a number of years now. So it was no surprise to me to see him over here excelling in conditions which clearly suit him, and the occasion didn't seem to stress him out at all. He was just went about his business as normal, the normal, cool, calm, collected Leno. So it was great to see him have some success and really swing that momentum back in our favour in that bowling innings.
So what can you tell us about what sort of character Leno is, I guess, amongst the group, and what you know of him from CD?
Yeah, so Leno's a brilliant story, really. He's made his professional debut late in the game. He played a lot of club cricket, played really well for Hawke's Bay over a long period of time, earned that chance at the Stags, and as a left-arm spinner at the Stags, you're competing with Ajaz Patel, which is no mean feat, but he managed to have a really successful white ball career, especially so far for the Stags, and through sheer performances, really. He's put his name up in lights and got the nod on this tour, and it's just amazing to see him do so well over here in conditions which should suit him. It hasn't fazed him. He's just gone about his work, and